Hello guys, welcome back. It's now episode 72. Things are already looking a little bleak here on Aquilo. I am in exactly the same kind of situation as I was at the end of last episode, apart from if we take a look at my platform that travels between Navis to Aquilo, you'll notice I've got a lot of red blinking things showing I am low on ammo. That is because I did end up setting this platform to Fulgora. I ended up picking the holmium plate up. I also picked up some carbon from Gleba. So I've got that to hopefully last me a little bit to fuel the heating towers that I now have 30 of in the platform. But I am worried that this might be the last trip that this platform will have made, because right now there's not a lot of any other asteroids orbiting my platform apart from the oxide asteroids. So I do have these coming in, but not a lot of the others. That means I might not get a lot of the carbon asteroids coming in, which means I might have some issues getting fuel production, as well as probably, ironically, more importantly, explosive production. And I think I need the explosives pretty badly to survive between my trips. I did try to filter out my, the rocket turrets, so that they only target the big or huge asteroids. And then that way the laser turrets and the gun turrets kind of take care of the other stuff. But as you can tell, even with the filters on that, they're primarily out of ammo. Even my gun turrets, like the normal stuff that just takes normal ammo, is largely out of ammo as well. I do have my assemblers working. They are using iron that I can make here on the platform, but I think it's going to take me some time to replenish on the platform, so we'll see if I can even tolerate getting another trip out of this thing. So why that's bleak for me is because it may mean I'm actually stranded, at least for a little while. I did end up starting another platform. I'm calling this backup. I just decided to do basically a copy-paste of the Navis to Aquilo platform we were just on. But can I make improvements in the future? Do I need to have a backup that specifically does all of the other resource production on the platform? Probably not, but it seemed easier to just copy-paste this, let it work in the background, than to come up with a whole other platform from basically scratch all over again, when what I really want to be doing is exploring Aquilo. So enough talking, let's actually get back to doing what I want to be doing. So now that we have carbon available, we're going to have this... Oh, it's already called down, so I've requested 400. I imagine I can't get this working yet, but what I can do is manually put in carbon into the heating tower here. That will start to heat up. I'm not sure... Ooh! That's a cool feature. It melts... Oh, and it's already out. Okay. So I should move this thing to be probably opposite. Oh, here I'm already breaking stuff. We want the heating tower opposite of the cargo landing pad. We'll put that right there. Yes, I know I'm trying to act as if bots are available when they're not. Let's put it right there. And we'll manually put in the carbon again. Ooh. It is already almost out. My 1,000 carbon I requested on the platform is not going to last me long, which sucks for me. So, ooh, can I not build on this? What the heck? Why not? Can I only build on certain parts? I don't know. Okay, but first thing though, I need to prioritize is, of course, power. And solar panels are not going to cut it, as we know. So for power... Oh my gosh, this is going to suck so bad. Let's filter this out, so we will request the carbon. And I'm already out of power. Okay, so what I want to do is get a chemical plant to be able to melt the ice into water. And then we can get if we get enough spoilage type products up and running, we can have this heated enough. Ooh, look at that floating thing. But we could get that heated enough so that we can have the steam turbines work. And then that will produce electricity. That's my plan. Okay, phew. I was looking at this thinking that that might be like an enemy of some kind, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Okay, enough distractions. So where is my chemical plant? Here we go. Let's do that there. Power here. I'll have to put in more of that manually. And then, do I have steam turbines here yet? No. So we want steam turbines. We want heat exchangers. And, of course, I don't have power, as we know. I do have a tank. Oh, no. Yes, I do. So tank. This will be a tank for water. Guess we'll put that right there. Pipes. There we go. And last episode I said I'm going to have to be more methodical about where I place my stuff. And I'm already breaking that rule. So, heat pipe is in the way. How is heat pipe in the way? I'm trying to place that there. Cannot build on rough ice? What is that talking about? What do you mean rough ice? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to mine this stuff by hand and figure out what this rough ice is. Is that what this thingy is here? Cannot build on rough ice. Well, does that mean I have to get the platform built? How do I build the platform thing? So these are the Aquilo products. Solid fuel from ammonia, that's what we'll need. That's what we'll need to power the heating towers, I think. So ammonia and crude oil. So I should probably get that into tanks ASAP. Cannot build on smooth ice. You're kidding me. Some of the stuff I can't build on hard ice, some of the stuff I can't build on rough ice. Well, make up its mind. Okay, well, we'll put that there for the water. We'll extend that there, I guess, which is dumb. We'll move that, actually. Oh, boy. This is going to be annoying. And let's move this again. Because if we need the heating pipes to touch everything, I'm worried that it won't be able to fit everything I need to fit. Alright, so that's there. And I guess I could squeeze it through like that. Does that work? I'm not sure how close it needs to be. It's frozen. I need to add in more carbon stuff. There we go. Is it unfreezing? So this becomes ice melting. And I'm just going to... Do I have a... Let's make a little box. We'll do a box there of just ice. Cannot build on smooth ice. You're kidding me. Then where can I build it? Because I'm running out of ideas. We'll put box there. Put in all my ice. I don't have any power. So without power, this won't work. So I can't get water. Even though I can have this heating tower working. Huh. I am at a little bit of a loss. So I'm thinking my plan to melt the ice will eventually be a good plan, but I need power to jump start this. I can't use solar panels. Can I use just like regular Well, I don't have water, though. Huh. So without... I think I'm going to have to do a nuclear power plant. I feel like there is no other choice. Okay, so let's request one of those. We will request 5 of those. Whoops. And then that will hopefully jumpstart a little power production. Then we could let more of a steam turbine heating tower supplied thing take over. So we're not wasting the limited fuel cells that I was planning on powering my platform. Okay, so here's nuclear reactor. I've got the turbines and stuff. I've got the fuel. And I'm already low on room. And it's hard to tell what is the rough ice versus smooth ice. But let's just trial and error it up. And we'll see where I can put stuff. Nuclear reactor, you will go there. And you will get exactly one of those for now. And although nuclear reactors take fuel too to... Ugh. So how do I get water without power? Because even if that's hot, I still require water in the turbines. So how else can I get power? I'm racking my brain. These do basically nothing for me. I wish I could just get a tiny bit of power. Just to get a tiny amount of water. So that's frozen. Let's add more carbon here just to see if... Oh, okay. I have got the tiniest amount of power to get this to go into a tank. I have never been so invested in an inserter's capabilities ever in my life. Just have this work for me, please. Just the tiniest amount. Please. And I know solar panels don't really work, but I'm getting a little desperate. Oh, we're getting water. I'm invested. I'm invested in this ice cube's journey. So that's hopeful. We might get some water here. I will keep manually adding in carbon. I wonder if I'm going to need more than one of these, but for now I don't think I have the carbon to supply it anyway. And it eats up carbon so fast. But between the nuclear reactor and the heating tower, I think we'll be able to warm this up eventually. I think the nuclear reactor just needs to hit 500 degrees. But we are very slowly getting some water. So once we have water, then what we can do is hook in the water to some steam turbines. And that is how we will get power, I think. So we'll put that there. Cannot build on rough ice. And I need this connected to the heating pipe. Oh my gosh, what a freaking nightmare. I almost, in fact, no, I do prefer Gleba to this already. Okay, so now we add in pipes. Oh, doesn't fit. We will add, nope, that doesn't work either. Ugh. I feel like I'm a complete noob. And my gosh. I'll move the power pole there so I can fit in the heating pipe. Although I can't fit that on rough ice. Do I have to move this over another tile? This will just become normal spaghetti like always happens for me. But it will be even worse than usual. That's probably what's going to happen. Alright. There's that. I'm going to manually take that. Put in another one. Because it's still only at, 220-ish. We'll add in more carbon here. There you go. And water. Not even at 50% yet. I really need power so that I can get some water. And I really need water so I can get more power. Put that there for the pipes usage. Very, very slowly. We're getting this chemical plant to work. And then once we have that sweet, sweet water, we'll hopefully power that. But how else are you supposed to do this? Like, am I doing this in a totally backwards way? Is this everybody else's experience? I have no way of knowing. I've never seen any YouTube videos about Aquilo, let alone other space age stuff, really. So I'm clearly a noob at this. And this seems like very boring footage, probably, as we wait for ice to melt. So while we wait for this theoretical power, I guess I could continue. Nope, I can't continue that. Cannot build on rough ice. And it's random which ice is rough, it seems like. So I guess we won't continue that there. We'll have to snake it around. Snake it around that way, I guess. It's kind of flattish over on that island, but I know I can expand the island. But before we expand, let's see if we can mine this ammonia stuff. Although I'm just fully out of power now. Fully out of power. Do steam turbines work with anything? Can I turn anything else into steam? That's a question. Acid neutralization requires calcite and sulfuric acid. And that could make steam, so I could bypass the whole ice cube melting thing. Any other tricks up my sleeve I could find? Acid neutralization. I feel like, well, that's crafted on Volcanus, so I'm not sure that it's 100% applicable to here. I'm kind of running out of ideas. Steam engines, boilers. I basically either need steam or water to make steam, or solar panels and accumulators. And solar panels and accumulators don't work, so I yet again feel stuck. And we're only 2 episodes on Aquilo so far. Alright, well, how's this water progress we're at? We are at just over halfway. Oh my goodness. Of course, there's nothing I could do to speed that up. But let me see if I can move this offshore pump, and we will figure out what we can do with this ammonia stuff. Let me grab that offshore pump. I hate not having my bots on me working and helping me yet. But let's grab a tank, and I'm assuming I will need heat exchangers to get all the way over here, so maybe we move this closer to the heating pipes, rather. Let's move it right there. And then I'm already out of heat pipes. I only have 2 left. Let's start requesting 50, and let's take a look at the platform real quick here. Yeah, it's still in rough shape. Still missing all of the explosives. But the gun turrets are beginning to kind of fill in a little bit. Although now I'm lacking in iron. I'm no longer making iron. You guys, this isn't looking good, I'll be honest. I might be in pretty bad shape here. I do have calcite, at least. In fact, calcite is currently getting wasted here on the side of the platform. How is my carbon situation? I only have like 300 left. So not great. I'm also depleting my uranium fuel cells here. I only have 44 left here, and then we'll be completely out of power on the platform itself. So, and things are already permanently broken, it looks like. That has not been replaced. So, what to do? Well, we're about to get our first water. So we'll see if we can turn this around. We have 18.8 water. Oh my gosh, I'm a dummy. Ugh. I made water, but I'm not turning the water into steam. Okay, yep, dummy. So the water needs to go into a heat exchanger first. So we'll do that. There we go. Now we can make steam via the steam turbines here. We'll move that there just to warm it up. Okay. Low temperature. There we go. Heat up, please. It's at 300 degrees. I need to fill this with more uranium fuel cells. I'll put all of those in for now. And this is trying to keep up putting carbon in, but obviously without much power, it can't really keep up to heat the pipes. But we're almost at 500. We're currently at 400-ish. So looks like things on the planet itself might be looking a little bit better, but I'll be honest, I am worried about my platform. Not sure that it will survive hanging out in orbit, let alone making another commute to one of the other planets. So where does that leave me? Well, I don't want to give up yet, but that might be something I have to realistically think about. I can't believe I'm already saying that. I'm only 2 episodes into this, and I thought I came so prepared. I mean, you guys saw my platform, how much stuff was stored on it, and how above and beyond it is. But that doesn't always replace the lack of knowledge. Any power production yet? 4.8 kilowatts. Satisfaction is non-existent. And this is all I'm powering. I'm just powering 2 inserters, 1 chemical plant. Alright, well, let's see if I can get back to mining the, whatchamacallit. We'll just put that there for now. Mine up this stuff. And I don't know how to make more platform. I'm assuming that's done in an assembler. Not that I can power the assembler, but let's see. Yeah, ice platform. Cool, it requires ice and ammonia. Well, ammonia, I don't even know that I need a tank, actually, since it's a freaking ocean of ammonia. So let's move that right there, actually. I wish I had just enough room to fit more heating pipe right there, but I don't. I need to get more pipe already. And I do have 50. Okay, I've got 50. And how's that? Okay, temperature is almost at 50 degrees. There we go. So that's heating up. We can now make the ice platforms. There we go. Apart from I don't have any ice. And does ammoniacal solution not make ammonia? Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to like reconstitute it. I am. Oh man. Okay. Where's my chemical plant? I thought that was going to be the easy part, was making the ice platforms, but of course not. Chemical plants. I'm just going to plop it right there. This becomes ammoniacal. I don't know how to say this. So this, oh, and it makes ice. That's cool. So it requires that. We'll give that heat. So it makes ice and ammonia. So I definitely do want a tank for that. We'll put the tank right there, I guess, to be out of the way. Give the tank heat. And then we need a box for the ice output. And then I imagine if I had power, the ice would go back into being melted into water. But of course I don't. And I'm running out of room. Can I move this? Let's move this here. Oh, I can't cross. That's so dumb. Okay. So we'll move this there. Give it the tiny bit of power I have. Yeah, this says no input fluid. Is this connected? It is. No input fluid. It consumes steam. It's just not hot enough. Why is this not getting to 500 degrees? Do I need another one? That seems weird. I think I have one more though, so we'll plop it down. Ooh, and lucky me, I can't fit it. Cannot fit it. So plop that there. And do I have another? Yes, I do. Grab that. And we're gonna get stranded for sure. So I'll put 5 there. And I've got 5 in there. So hopefully between the two, which I know there's a neighbor bonus, and there currently is no neighbor bonus with as far away as they are from each other. But I have very limited room to work with, people. So hopefully between the two of them, we can get to 500 degrees, which will mean we can turn the water into steam. And then we can warm this up and get power. How is power? Yeah. Still non-existent, yet this is trying to work. So we'll do another little box for the ice cubes. And then the tank, we can use underground stuff, I hope. Yes, we can, except I need, of course, the heating pipes. Heating pipes are going to become the bane of my existence. I cannot fit this. I wonder if I should just like go around mining all this stuff first. We'll move this. Okay, so that now becomes there. It's gonna be so hard getting a good system for pipes connecting or like the heating pipes specifically connecting everything, and then having room for inserters and having room for all the other crap that goes along with it. Pipes, power, of course, still awful. How's power here? It's going down. Why? It doesn't get to 500 degrees. What if I put it adjacent? What if I delete that? Nope, it can't fit. Let's get rid of that. Can I put it right next to its neighbor? I feel like they're stronger together. No. About here. Ah! Nothing is going according to plan. And I am indeed getting frustrated. This is not my usual Factorio experience. I usually know what I'm doing, and even if I don't, I can usually figure it out. But that is not the case right now. Okay. Well, I'm trying to do the best I can with what I've got, and what I've got is not much. I do have a tiny little bit of ice cube production, so go me. I do not yet have power though. So power is the thing that we will keep working on, hopefully for next episode. And we'll see how indeed stranded I am, I guess, next time. So thank you guys for joining me for this very sad, pathetic, frustrating episode. And hopefully next few episodes will be better. Hopefully we'll finally make progress. Hopefully we won't have to restart. And I'll see you soon.